YouTube, how's it going? Another 7-round mock. This one is for the Oakland Raiders, who may have the 9th or the 10th pick in the upcoming draft. John Gruden's in town. It's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. They still could be a playoff team, maybe a contender team. People predicted them to go, or maybe win the Super Bowl last year. Some injuries, coaching issues, maybe stop that. So they can fix it right here. No need to reset at all. I don't think anybody believes that, but they could help themselves here in the draft. A lot of depth in this draft, so they can do it. But always a link in the description. Vote for the fan-voted mock draft. We're going to keep going through that. And at the end, we're going to make a big video on who you guys voted for each pick. Break it down. Should be fun. But on to the Raiders. Who do I got them taking in the first round? Could go a number of ways here. Mainly, we're looking at the linebackers. We're looking at Roquan Smith and Rashaan Evans. I do look out for Rashaan Evans. I do like the fit there. I do think he's better than people think. But I gave them Roquan Smith, the linebacker from Georgia. If he's here, it may be a pretty obvious pick unless Tremaine Edmonds is possibly here, which is an option. It's really important to find out if the Raiders pick 9 or 10. That's a big that's a huge moment right there. If you get from 10 to 9. Or you have 10, the earlier pick's going to obviously be better, but it doesn't look that much better because it's one spot, but both teams could be all thinking about drafting the same guy is what my point is. But Roquan Smith, excellent player. I think there's going to be a lot of teams that are split on this guy. I think there's going to be teams that think he's a top 5 player, and then there's going to be teams that are thinking late first round. My favorite trait about him is play reading ability. Very good awareness, just knows the plays at time. We've seen him in the playoffs. Second half against Oklahoma, just read so many plays, goes and makes the tackles. Doesn't have the size really, height-wise, but very strong. His first step is great, good burst, good speed, and he just makes the plays. Sometimes I see him go to his knees too early, but he still makes the tackle. Is that going to fly in the NFL? Not all the time. So that's one thing that worries me a little bit. But it's so rare to find a guy with this awareness, with the play reading ability that he has. It's just so rare. The defensive guys that have that in this league are the best guys in the league. So he has the talents to do the rest of it. So that's why I like him so much. He could go earlier in this, but I don't know if I see him getting past the pick after this, which would be the Dolphins. I don't see him getting past that. Maybe the Bengals after that. There's no way he gets by that. So I like Roquan Smith a lot. They need his help in there. They also need defensive backs, receivers maybe. We'll see. We're on to the second round though, and I love this pick. This is one of my favorite picks that I've done so far. These team mock drafts. James Washington, wide receiver from Oklahoma State. It's such a perfect fit. Him with Derek Carr. The deep ball is going to be open. This is a deep ball receiver. Excellent at running the post. Doesn't have a huge route tree. That's why he drops to the second round. It's not that he can't run routes. Just didn't run. Wasn't asked to run a whole bunch, but it would be so perfect to have this guy with Derek Carr. This has got to happen. I see it happening. It's got to happen. It's going to be fun to watch. Just great hands. Maybe the best hands in the draft. Has the speed. Again, he doesn't have a big route tree, but he can run the routes. I'm not worried about that. He's strong. Good after the catch. It's just such a great fit. Such a great fit. I get all excited about it, so I hope it happens. Not a Raiders fan either, but I just hope it happens. It should be something special. So I love that pick. It just makes so much sense. On to round 3, Cameron Kelly, the corner from San Diego State. Long corner, physical corner, can make a play on the ball. I think the Raiders would love to have him opposite of Garyon Conley. A little bit different style. I don't like going the same exact style corner. Obviously, they have to fit your defense, but which they would here, but different, a little bit different styles of corners. But I like Cameron Kelly a lot. I know the Raiders will like him, so that's a possibility there. On to the next pick. It's round 4. Trenton Thompson, D lineman, Georgia. Got 2 Georgia guys so far. Trenton Thompson probably would be maybe even a first. I was going to say second rounder. Probably a second rounder if it wasn't for injuries. So let's hope he can stay healthy. Let's hope medically he checks out over the next few months. This guy's a beast, D lineman. So they could definitely use him on the inside there on that D line. Possibly, if he's healthy, he might be a day 1 starter. He's a good football player. Georgia had the best defense in football, in my opinion. And he was a big part of it. Him and Roquan Smith there. You get both of them. On to the next pick. 6th round, don't have a 5th. Alex Kappa, offensive lineman from Humboldt State. And that's exactly why he's down here. It's because he's from Humboldt State. Very good player. A lot of buzz about him in the Senior Bowl. Back up early in his career, but he could definitely start. I like taking linemen back here, especially guys like this, small school guys. Seem to be good. In a few years down the road, they maybe could use an offensive lineman earlier in this. I always like looking for one in free agency, but obviously their bigger needs are linebacker, defensive back, receiver, so they got to fill those out first. So maybe the Raiders could acquire more picks. That could help them, but there's some linemen you can find around these rounds, 5, 6, that I like as early in their career depth guys can easily start in the near future with the right coaching. So it makes sense there. Could possibly go earlier in this though, like I said, but that's small school guy, big time small school guy. Teams maybe, hey, maybe we can wait. I don't know if other teams would take him yet, so that could be going through multiple teams' heads. That's why he drops a little bit. 6th round, Hazim Victor, linebacker from Washington. A year ago, I had this guy marked down as a 2nd rounder, possibly 1st rounder. Inside linebacker. Can help them. Honestly, can help him right away because he has talents. He's going to go 6th round because he got suspended, didn't play this year, but he has the talent. He has the talent. He's freak ability. I like Hazim Victor. He could go earlier in this just because of his talents, but again, maybe character concerns. Maybe we'll get through some interviews with him, see what happens. Maybe he goes undrafted because of that reason. Teams are going to be split on him, but good value here in the 6th. Raiders could use him. Possibly a backup early in his career, but they can use more linebackers there. He's got the talent, like I said. And then on to their last pick. It's going to be Shaun Chandler, the safety from Temple. Actually, Shaun Chandler was a corner early in his career, and I liked him a lot as a corner. Played safety. They switched him to safety for some reason. He was good at safety. Obviously worth getting drafted at safety, but I may like him at corner more. But could play either. So I think the Raiders could like a guy like that. They got Carl Joseph and Obi Melifonwu. Both I like more at strong safety. So they're going to try to put one at free, play those two guys. That's definitely a possibility. Are they going to put either one could play in the box too? Melifonwu was getting maybe corner talk last year. Maybe he can play corner. Maybe he plays in the box. Carl Joseph's either a safety, plays in the box. So maybe they need another safety out with them. Obviously, you don't want a 7th rounder starting right away, but safety you seem to find pretty good safeties later in the draft, just gems, hidden gems. But the point is, he's a Raiders type of guy. I think he can play corner, he can play safety. He's a good football player. So the Raiders could use a guy like that. Need some DB help along with linebacker help mainly. So it was a good draft. Good draft here for the Raiders. That James Washington pick just gets me all excited. I already went into detail about that, but a guy like that, a deep ball guy, I think Gruden's gonna like him. I see it happen. Maybe they trade back in the 1st round. Maybe they need to get a guy like that late 1st round and gain more picks. They don't want to wait to the 2nd to get a guy like that. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Interesting to see what they do if they keep. Obviously they're keeping Cooper, but if they keep Crabtree along with them still. We'll see. Should be a fun year. I expect the Raiders to get back to playoff contentions. But that'll do it. That's the Raiders mock. We're going to continue on through this in draft order. Teams without 1st round picks, Texans, Chiefs, they'll be after the 1st round teams. Got a regular 2-round mock coming this weekend. Got free agency videos, more to come there. We got plenty uploaded already, so please go check that out. You guys have been great with the support. Like all the comments. Please like and subscribe. That'll do it for this one. Goodbye.